It is time for some football. Welcome into Lumen Field in Seattle. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from Seattle. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do you guys in the huddle want to play for it? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
It's a gain of 52 yards. And the Vikings, first down. A gain of 52 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Well, the field opened up, and he simply takes off. Even in today's NFL, where dual-threat quarterbacks are everywhere, it's not often a guy can rip off a run like that.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. First carry here for Aaron Jones. Solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Jones once more. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. McCarthy on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. It's Jones on the toss. We hurry us forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? That's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
Going on first, here's Darnold. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Long with a quick pass out line. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Play fake, Darnold. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Seahawks first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
This is Walker on second. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule?
That's good.
That was it.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10, Darnold. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he gets this forward to the 19.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Walker now from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Seahawks first down.
Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, send an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now an inside give to Walker. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. So quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
The sack sets up a tough 3rd and goal. They're at the 12. They kick the running back in motion. On 3rd and goal, Darnold. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Trying for it, it's Walker. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Jason Myers.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Minnesota all set to go for its 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Finds his fullback. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at first down here. Now a give up the middle to Jones. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
45-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send him over right. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They're in the long for him here. Has a big strike to Addison. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
He keeps it and takes off. He goes down to avoid a hit, so give him a gain of close to 4. That's going to set up 2nd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
2nd down carry for Jones. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop the run.
That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. About set. This is 3rd and 5. They bring Thielen in motion right. Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. A 27-yard look here. Reichert connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts at the 9. Making some progress here. And they are just a hop and a skip away from midfield as he goes out of bounds up beyond the 45. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Now Darnold off the play action. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch made. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. One stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
The Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Walker running right. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. That brings up 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Staying with Walker. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. A very short kick here from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Starting from the 5. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple yards short at the 23. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10, here's Jones. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Vikings. Behind the sticks on 3rd and 13. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And this stays tied here in the 2nd.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Seahawks offense running out now. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing on 1st. Here's Darnold. Makes the catch. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. From the gun, Darnold. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Scott slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record on 25 straight completions to begin a game. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's good for the Seahawks. 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him at the 38. And again, it's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 46-yard line.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here in his second down and 18. Throwing from the gun here. Throw is caught. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. Anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's going to be second down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
2nd and 10. Darnold. He takes it himself. Darnold hit, and he fumbles it. And the Vikings have recovered. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, part of the pun here, just fumbled away.
Yeah, I could say it better myself.
The Vikings getting 1 more drive here before the break. And with field position and the clock against him here, probably not going to see anything of substance. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These 2 teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the 3rd quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Running with Walker again. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Motioning one of the tight ends. No run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Now here he goes on the boot. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Move the chains! Gotta move their chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They give up the gut to Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He brings it in. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Walker on 1st down. He's still going at the 30. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
With a quick pass out wide. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Complete to Rashid Shaheed. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The give now to Walker. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and just 2 to go. Walker trying to run for the 1st. And the stop is made just a couple of yards shy of that end zone. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Seahawks take the lead right away in half number 2. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Mason. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to find a cutback upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And that should be Seahawks football.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They go with Walker here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. No throw, 3rd and long. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow their lead off the turnover. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Going to the ground again on first. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. But you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 16 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
The Vikings first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That's caught in stride by Addison. And taken down right along the 30.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle to Jones. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a...
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. Third down. To the air on third and long. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up fourth down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Reichert connects there. And that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
Kickoff for the Vikings.
Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Now Darnold. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's second down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4. Walker running to the right. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Inside give to Walker. And this run is going to push it inside.
Much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. And off to Walker from the gun. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Darnold looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He dodged the tackle. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Vikings now set to take the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Now McCarthy. That one going to go against the D.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. He did well to shake off one tackle, partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Now here he goes again. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
11 more yards. That's another Vikings.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Play action, McCarthy. They're in trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push the line. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. And this is 2nd and long. Here's McCarthy to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
4th and forever coming up. Motioning left is their running back. Completed right side to Addison. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Throwing the out route complete. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing again now, McCarthy. Now he takes it, and he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
McCarthy throwing on this 3rd and 1. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now. This one falls incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
From the 18-yard line, another try on 2nd and 10. McCarthy to throw it. He's got it at the 5. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Jones will take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Vikings will line up.
They'll try it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Still some time left, most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Minnesota spends its second time out here, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate. It takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Charbonnet now up the middle. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Showing a little burst so far. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, the game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up. And this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Running left side by Jefferson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Has his man. It's Addison. And they get this down to the 28. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of him. It's 1st and 10. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that first down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there. That's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble, but it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Drops back. Needs an open man. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
One final shot here. That's complete. Here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. So it's a win for the Seahawks. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we say so long from Seattle.